Ruben, you said to TV that the fans are going to have to suffer, the players are going to have to suffer. Can you explain in your mind what that looks like? Because a lot of people will say those players out there have cost tens of millions of pounds and they are consistently underperforming.
It's hard to explain. We have to acknowledge the moment and not going around the problem. Everybody here is underperforming. No matter what the circumstances, we are underperforming, and we have to accept that it's unacceptable to lose so many games for any club in Premier League. Imagine Manchester United. So it's a really hard moment, but we have to continue. We have to continue. There is no other way. We need to suffer and continue.
Samuel.
You said in the week that you learned more from the Southampton game this week in general after two poor performances, one good result, one bad result. What have you learned about these players?
The opponents are better than us in many details, that we cannot be consistent, that I'm not helping my players in the moment. So it's a hard moment. You have to acknowledge that we are in a very difficult situation. We are without all the bad records, as losing games at home, losing games at Premier League. So we are really underperforming, and we need to win games. That's all.
James.
When you say you're not helping players, what do you mean by that? And when you say everyone's underperforming, do you consider yourself now to do differently?
I knew that was going to be hard to put a completely new idea in the moment. But then when you lose games, you don't have that luck to win 3 games in a row. It's becoming really hard. So that's why I'm telling that we are going to suffer, because I will continue to do the same. So to help my players is to give them the tools to play in this way. But then without training is really hard. Then without training in losing games, and you can feel it in the end of the game. Everybody was changing position, was not in, and that is something that I will not see again. We can lose, but we have to maintain position. If I want to show some different, I just want to help my players. I want to show to the media or to the fans, I put 2 strikers. I didn't put 2 strikers because if I put 2 strikers, it is going to be more difficult for them to understand the way we play. So I'm just here to try to help my players, but we need to understand that we are breaking all the bad records. So it's a proud thing we need to change.
Anton.
Ruben, you said that obviously the opposition's been better in a lot of the games that you faced this season. That's going to be very difficult for fans to hear a Manchester United head coach say that. I mean, that kind of, how do you address that?
We are.
That can't be good, is it?
Yes, in 10 games in Premier League we won 2. I know that. Imagine what is this for a fan of Manchester United. Imagine what is this for me. So we are getting a new coach that is losing more than the last coach. I have full knowledge of that. Like I said, I'm not going to change no matter what. And I know we can succeed, but we need to survive this moment, because I'm not naive, and I know that we need to survive now. So we are being the worst team maybe in history of Manchester United. I know that you want headlines, but I'm saying that because we have to acknowledge that and to change that. So here we go, your headlines.
Jeremy.
Hi, Ruben. There's a case that Marcus Rashford is probably the best forward here, certainly one of the best forwards. So do you feel sort of like disappointed or let down that he's not here to be able to help the team when you're in a difficult situation, not to bring him on or whatever? Do you feel let down by him?
No.
But why not? Because you yourself have said he was left out for training reasons. That's his responsibility, right? So that's on him, yes?
Guys, like you said, is his choice, And I don't want to focus this bad moment because in this moment Rashford is not here. In the last games that we lost, Rashford was not here. So I don't want to put this moment on Rashford. Rashford is out of this moment because he's not playing. And no matter what, I'm not going to put a player that I don't believe is the best for the team. That's all.
Okay, so just with regard to it's difficult for your players to take on a new idea, your idea for the season. These are top professionals. How difficult can it be?
Guys,
Because they're very good players in theory.
Yeah, but they are used to different things, and then you already saw in your years of experience. Sometimes you have one team that almost win the league, and then the next season is really bad without confidence. Our players are really nervous in actions, and then when you go inside the pitch, you remember the last games here. If I feel it, the players feel it a lot. So the only way is to continue to do the same and to win games. That's the only way to fix this.
Carl.
For most of today, it looks as if Brighton was stronger and quicker to these second balls. You've spoken a lot about physicality and how you really want your players to run back and really battle. How do you build that in a team right now? How do you build this physicality multiple times?
First of all, is training. Then we need to, in everything we do, even if the train is small, is 10 minutes, 15 minutes, we have to give everything. And then we have to be prepared to suffer. And that's is the only way. And then we have to feel that feeling that we felt against Liverpool, losing, and then reach a game of Liverpool in something appears to the players. We have to feel that every day. Even when we win 2 games, we need to have that feeling every day. But I think in the training ground during the week is the best way to train that thing.
Last question, James.
Ruben, just on the first goal, obviously it's a new system, you've not got much time in the training ground, but that just didn't look like anything to do with the system. It just looked like a complete absence of concentration at the start of the game. Do you agree with that? Is it concerning that at the start of the game players could switch off so quickly like that?
Yeah, we need to be really focused on the game. And sometimes I felt that the team is focusing a lot of stuff, also because of the moment. But is a simple play. If there is one play that Brighton does, is to push the centre back and the winger makes the movement, and we knew that before the game. So I don't want to point to that specifically. Is everything. So the only way is to work really hard, to win games, to have time for a new idea, to change things around.
Just on Onana, Ruben, obviously outstanding for you on Thursday. Kept you in the game when it put for him, but obviously there was another individual lapse in the third goal. Is it a bit of a concern that you've seen these individual lapses come back into the game after what was a difficult start in
It's like the team, ups and downs, really ups sometimes, and really low downs. So we have to maintain, like you said, maintain the focus during all the game to try to win games. That is the only way that we can turn things around.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.